In this video, I'm going to show you how to automate the marketing in your business. I'm going to walk through the tools you need to use, what you can and cannot automate, and most importantly, how to get started today in this opportunity. Let's get started. So first question is, why do you even need automation? And the answer is pretty simple. We want to automate the boring work and maximize your funnel. We as business owners, or if you're in the marketing sector, we're spending a lot of time getting these leads into our system, into our website, into our YouTube video, whatever that is. And the goal of automation is to kind of remove the manual work that oftentimes employees will forget to do, that they'll do it incorrectly, or they'll be slightly off, and it's one of those things that's on your to-do list, but you forget to do it because it's not a priority, right? That's what the goal of automation is. So outsourcing any low value or menial task to a computer, this could be something that your VAs are doing, this could be manual work that your employees are doing, that's very cumbersome and just boring. They just wish they could do something more high level, something that empowers them more. And the benefit of automation is that you can complete each task with 100% accuracy every single time, 24 hours a day. And finally, of course, we want to make sure we make the most of every lead. So if somebody comes in and is interested, we want to make sure the follow-ups are automated. We want to make sure that they're getting the information they need. We want to make sure we're not missing anything, right? All those little mishaps, those little steps that happen in your marketing funnel, we want to make sure that's all automated. So the next question is, what can I automate? I'm going to keep this really simple for you guys. Basically, any kind of redundant task that you're doing, it could be copy pasting, it could be manually looking in one place and going to another, and I'm going to give you examples in a second, that can all be done. Copy pasting, any kind of task like that, which I know a lot of businesses do, a lot of my clients also were doing that before they started working with us, that can 100% be automated, no issues there. Now with the advent of AI, we can start doing some more cooler stuff, some stuff that actually requires some kind of brain power that before could never even have been imagined to be done with the computer. Concrete examples of that, lead fills out a website form, want to automatically populate that information to a CRM, right? That is not stuff you want to kind of get in your email as a notification, and then you have to like manually go in and put it in your CRM, but half the time you forget because you're just so busy and you have to put out fires, right? That should be done automatically. It's very, very simple to do. And I'm going to show you guys how in a couple seconds. Lead books a call but never shows up. We want to make sure we send automated follow-ups, right? Follow-ups is one of those things that nobody actually enjoys doing. It's often forgotten, but the money is always made in the follow-ups, right? If somebody is taking the time to show interest and book a call or whatever that is, almost got to the checkout page, but they didn't quite buy, those are the warmest form of leads that you can get in. We want to make sure that we maximize them. So rather than having a human or like a VA that kind of manually sits there and just does this every single time, we can just have a computer that schedules this task out and it does it automatically, so it's like kind of off your plate, and that task is done every single time for every single lead. Lead clicks on a link in a newsletter. If that happens, then you know for a fact that I'm very interested in buying whatever it is that I clicked on. So I want to send personalized content to convert them. And of course you can do this manually, but if you even have like say like 100, 500 people on your newsletter, do you really want to go one by one and see who has clicked on what and then manually send them a personalized email? We can use AI to do that whole process, right? And you don't even need AI. Like you can just say like, if I clicked on a link that's related to a car, then you can automatically send another automated sequence that's related to cars, right? Like we can go as complex or as simple as we want to go. So, and the final thing is sending cold emails to prospects. So this is one of those things that before you had to have a human do. Now we can scrape a website, figure out exactly what that business is doing, and then send a proper personalized email to that person as if I wrote it or as if you wrote it and you spend like 20, 30 minutes. At this point, you're like, Jeet, I'm sold. What do I have to do to get this done? The answer is actually, again, really simple. I like to break this down into 3 different pillars. First, you're going to need a system, right? If we're dealing with any kind of marketing or sales related stuff, we're going to need a CRM to actually hold the data. And the reason why is because when we start doing the automations, we need a point of reference like this is the lead, this is their information, this is their email, right? If I don't have that stored in one place, I can't actually kind of send them an email or send them a personalized follow-up or whatever it is, right? We need some kind of database or some kind of place to hold all that information. That's what the CRMs are going to serve as. I call it the system if you're not as familiar with the CRM. We can use whatever platform we want. The main thing is that it has to have an open API. If it does not have an open API, you're going to be limited to what that platform can do. So with an API, you can come in with any kind of computer and some of the other tools I'm going to go over in a second and actually do the automations to do this whole thing that I mentioned before. So some examples include Airtable. This is what I personally like to use. It's very simple, it's flexible, and it gets the job done. But there's also more complex CRMs like Go High Level, HubSpot. You can even use Google Sheets. So like it doesn't matter what the system is. What matters is that you have one place to store all the information. So you need to have some kind of backbone, right? If you don't have that, then we can't even begin doing any kind of automation. From there, we have the automation tool. So the most popular are Zapier and Make. If you're just starting out and you don't have any kind of technical background, I would recommend Zapier. It's a lot more user-friendly. It has a lot more integrations. And it's generally, I would say for the beginner, it's the better tool to use. If you are a little more technical, if you want to start doing more complex stuff, then make.com is going to be your best option there. And of course, you can also use custom code for this, right? But Zapier and Make, they just make your life so easy. Instead of having to spend hours coding stuff in Zapier, you can just spend like, I don't know, like 1 minute setting up an automation and it's all done for you. And this is really going to be your best friend here, right? If I didn't make that clear, like this is going to be the glue. You have the system, but you want to start doing stuff with it. You want to send an automated follow-up, use Zapier or Make to actually get that done. If you want to kind of send a personalized cold email, well, Zapier is going to go in to your CRM and see like, this is my lead information, and it's going to use AI, so like something like OpenAI's ChatGPT, to formulate a personalized follow-up email, and it's going to send it. So Zapier and Make are really going to be your workhorse. Think of it like the company brain that is replacing your actual employee, right? Like a virtual employee, a computer employee, whatever it is that you want to think of it. Find the additional tools. So I mean, these are just like the basic stuff, but you will have a website. So connecting from website to your CRM, use Zapier or Make, right? If there's no native integration there. If you want a newsletter, use something like ConvertKit, right? And again, like it's not like it's mutually exclusive. You can use the CRM and say it so that if somebody joins my CRM, also join my newsletter, right? That's where Zapier and Make kind of come together. Form to collect needs, like if you have some kind of intake form, right? Like Zapier and Make can't really do that. You need some kind of backend. So that could be a website, that could be a Google form, that could be a type form. It doesn't really matter. I hope you're getting the high level idea here, right? Zapier and Make are going to be best friends in terms of automating stuff, but you will need some kind of system or CRM to actually house the lead data, the actual marketing data, and then you can kind of do whatever from there. So that's everything you need to get started today. If you're wondering, wait, where do I actually start? You've given me all the tools I need. What I personally like to do with the business that I work with, we build a process map. So this is going to be a diagram from start to finish of everything that you're doing in your marketing and sales. So here's a sample diagram for a marketing company. From the time someone's interested, this is a lead source. It could be a website, it could be a referral, they could have texted or called in, to the time they're actually closed, right? Which in this case for this business is that their account actually gets built. We map out that full process, right? Our first job is to figure out what are you actually doing right now. Once you have all that laid out, your job is going to be to figure out where are all the places where I can just easily put in a computer, right? So all the blue stuff you see in here, link questionnaire to CRM, create form for assistant to fill out, send automation or create automation to send email on a button click. That is all stuff that's done automatically that the people were doing manually, right? So that's kind of how you kind of go about it, and all the red marks are stuff that's already done. And yeah, that's kind of the 101, at least the way we approach it with our clients. If you don't want to spend the time mapping all this out, if you don't want to kind of go in there and see where you can and cannot automate stuff and see what is possible and even fiddle with Make or Zapier, I'm going to put a link down below to our calendar. Feel free to book in a call and we can just have a chat and I can help you guys out. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.